Good morning, everyone. Thanks for the time that given to me and our group. In this time, I will discuss about an analysis of regular and irregular verb of in students' essay writing. Before I start, I introduce ourselves and our group. My name is Komang Wisnu Suastika with NPM 003 and my friends.
My name is Wayan Darsana, MPM number 0002.
Let we start. The first one is abstract. The objective of the study is to know the use of a regular and irregular verb in the student's writing an essay and to know the most dominant verb or past written by the students in their student writing an essay. The design of the study describes qualitative research based on the analysis from 14 students writing an essay. And they show that the student use both regular and irregular verb or past in their student writing essay. But regular and irregular verb are 112 data in verb 2 or past. In the regular verb, there are 142 data or 45 or 51%, and in the irregular verb, they are 170 data or 49%. And the next slide explained by my friend.
Okay. In analysis of irregular and irregular verb, we know about the morphology in structural literacy. Regular verbs are verbs whose change comply with normal rules, that is, with add the letter D or AD to the verb first form or verb 1 infinitive. So that become a verb from second or verb 2 past tense. Several things must be considered in the way of the forming regular verb by adding the letter ed, suffix or d in the basic verb or verb 1 infinitive. Irregular verbs are verbs that change according to the tense and do not comply with normal compliance. The past tense irregular verbs are not formed from basic verb or verb 1 infinitive, plus letter D or ed letter to form verb 2 or past tense. Next slide, please.
All right, for the introduction, in this introduction have 3 or more researchers. The first one is Joshi. Joshi states that there are 3 kinds of things. They are past tense, present tense, and future tense. Past tense is expressions or express on action that happened in the past. And then present tense is express an action that happened in the present or at this time. And then for future tense is express an action that will be happen in the future. And then the next researchers is Blacksley and Hupfer. He stated that simple past tense is to express an action or state of being that began and ended in the past of happened before now. And then the next researchers is Lim support by Atherton and Baker. He said that this tense show complete past action and generally used with specific past tense such as yesterday, last night, ago, next, and other. Next slide.
Leclerc et al. 2006, page 24. We also can use simple past to list a series of actions that are completed in the past, Bradley 2015, such as one, a finished work rode by bicycle to shop and bought some bread. Two, arrived at work, made a cup of tea and ate at my desk. Three, I made a cup of coffee, opened package of biscuit and ate them. On Horn 2009, page 63 said, state that verb in the simple past tense have different form or for regular and irregular verb. Past tense is one of the complex tense for beside simple present tense. Next.
Josie said, state that regular verb from their past tense by adding "d" or "ed" in the base form or plain form. This statement is also supported by Narayana Swami and R. 1995a, page 50. The regular verb from their past tense by the additions of a, d, t, and ed sounds, which is represented in written language by the letter ed. Irregular verb from their past tense differently through not always through a vowel and consonant chain, said Narayana Swami MR 9095A, page 50. Next slide. Sorry, Mr. Darsana.
That use of this, yes, Sam. That use of this depends of that use of tenses and depend of the subject of the sentence, plural or singular. To be in past tense does not need to mix to be with an action verb, diction 2011, page 15. Both was and were a simple past tense, simple past form of be. Goldstein et al. 2015, page 104. To be interpreted is how many not be interpreted. To appear because there is not verb or in the sentence. Based on the explanation above, that researchers want to research regular and irregular verb. Therefore, the researchers write research in detail and analysis of regular and irregular verb in student writing essay. The object of the study it is now to use irregular and irregular verb in the student writing an essay and to know the most dominant the purpose written by student in their students. Next.
Next material. What is method the researchers use? Flick on 2006, page 2, state that qualitative research has specific relevance to the study of social relations, owing to the fact of pluralization of life world. This research is contrast with quantitative research, place more emphasis on the study of phenomena from the perspective of insider, say Lapan et al. 2011. Data used in this research is the form of verb to, or regular and irregular verb, while the source data in this research is the students' writing compositions. In collecting data in this research, the researchers use document analysis. The document used in this research is taken from the result of the 14 student writing essay. In analyzing data, in this research, so the ongoing process throughout after the collection of data. There are three steps in analysis data. There are data reduction, data display, and data conclusion or driving verification, say Creighton and Jones on 2004. Next slide.
In finding and discussion, based on the analysis of the student English writing composition, it is found that the student use both regular and irregular verb in writing essay, the simple past tense of recount text. Students try to research 14 student essay writing from other students, and their student try to research how many regular and irregular verbs. Both regular and irregular verbs are 312 data in verb to past. In the regular verbs, there are 142 data at 45.51%, and in the irregular verb, there are 170 data of 54.49%. It shows that the most determined verb past right by student in their student writing an essay in irregular form. Next.
Regular verbs are verbs whose chain comply with normal rules, that is, with add the letter D or ed to the verb first form or verb 1 infinitive, so that it becomes a verb from second or verb 2 past tense. Several things must be considered in the way of forming regular verb by adding the letter ed suffix or d in the basic verb or verb 1. In irregular verb, the verb must be recognized by C, since they do not follow one consistent pattern, say Walter on 2016, page 330. It also can be said that the verb do not follow a regular pattern. To make a form a simple or simple past tense of a regular verb, we must be memorized their form, say Kate et al. 2008, B, page 107. Irregular verbs are verbs that change according to the tense and do not comply with normal compliance. The past tense irregular verbs are not formed from basic verb or verb 1 or infinitive plus letter D or ed letter to verb 2 or past tense. Next slide.
Okay, finally, from our discussion and presentation above, I would like to give some conclusion related to the using of the regular and irregular verb 14 student writing an essay. It's so that the student use both regular and irregular verb fast in their student writing an essay. Both regular and irregular verb are 312 data in verb to past. In the regular verb, there are 142 data or 45.51%. In irregular verb, there are 170 data or 54.49%. It's so that the most determined verb first write by the student in their student writing essay on our irregular and regular verb. Our verb will change comply with normal rules, that it will add the letter D or ed. The verb first form or verb one infinitive, so that it becomes a verb form second or verb two past tense. Irregular verbs are verbs that change according to the tense and do not comply with normal compliance. The past tense irregular verbs are not time from basic verb or verb one infinitive plus verb D or ed later to form verb two. Thank you very much. This is a material we can present today, and I would like to say thank you very much. I'm so sorry if any word or mistaken during our presentation.